Hi, this is Joe Walensky from WritersUA, and I'm speaking with some of the many presenters who will be at our Austin event coming up in January, our WritersUA Central regional activity. And today I'm talking with Tracey Rhoton. Hello, Tracey.
Hi, how are you doing? Thanks for having me.
I'm happy to have you involved. Where are you talking to us from today?
I am in Austin, Texas.
Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about the organization that you work for, kind of the nature of the activities that you're involved in?
Okay, so I work for Avila. It is a software company here in Austin, Texas. We do have some branches in other parts of the United States as well, but our main office is in Austin. We create software packages for accounting, for nonprofit software agencies, and for membership agencies as well. So we have like a fund accounting package for nonprofits, fundraising packages as well, and then we have our net forum products have membership based CRM systems. So that's kind of what our main business is here.
And then what types of activities are you involved in for supporting that?
So I am in part of our UX department, and I am the usability supervisor. So I kind of head up all of the usability and user feedback projects, which include interviews, usability studies, site visits, and I keep track of our roadmap and what projects are happening through the year, as well as perform those user research activities myself too.
Well, I'm very interested in usability testing, and I try to bring that into all the different parts of work that I do in user assistance. But yeah, I'll have to say that I find that it it's still there's fewer people than more that get involved in usability testing of their user assistance information. Obviously, that's something that is in place at your organization. Was that always the case? Was there something that created a transition to that kind of testing? What's happened at your organization?
Well, I guess my background plays a lot in it. So I started here as a technical writer. So I have a lot of background on our help systems and writing them, um, trying to make them as perfect as I can be. And then it just kind of gradually fell into my lap here to start doing usability testing. And so, since I'd had that background, one of the items that I wanted to test was our help systems. And so, we started with a couple of our products and did usability testing on both of those help systems to start with.
And were there any particular challenges involved in doing that? Were there what was the things that you had to do in terms of acquiring the skills to put that program together?
It took quite a bit of kind of planning around here. We didn't have any usability or user research program here at Avila. So me and my boss both went to training at HFI and got certified as usability analyst. And then, a lot of self-taught online training courses, trial and error. And we've been doing it now for about 7 years, 6 or 7 years. And the study itself, just trying to get used to recruiting participants and getting people involved in the help system and wanting to be able to provide feedback is a different avenue than trying to get feedback on product features. But we did have a lot of interest. We got a lot of great feedback. Made a lot of changes to the help systems based on that feedback.
Well, just what were, if you could share some of the examples of that kind of feedback as you got into this. What did you discover about the help that maybe you hadn't known about before, or maybe you theorized, but then you had some data to support it?
Sure. So, one of the main examples that we found where people were using the index and the search rather than a table of contents, and we felt like most users probably would use the table of contents, and they didn't. So, we really needed to look at increasing our search capabilities, as well as context sensitive help. We have, the F1 key on our products, and we felt like, most users were accessing help that way. And I would say probably 80% of our users didn't even know that that existed. So we did a lot of training, I think, on these user feedback sessions too. So it's quite interesting.
And what were some of the usability testing techniques that you've used?
As far as for the help system studies, what we did were full usability tests, and so we had 8 to 10 users per study. These were remote sessions for this particular study, where we used a WebEx and conference call, and we recorded those using Moray, and so that way we could have backup in case we needed to look at it. But those are a few of our studies that we do remotely. We do some in-house, but those were most of our clients that were participating in that study were not in Austin, so we did those remotely.
Well, your talk at the conference is titled Improving Online Help Through User Feedback, and we won't get into all the details of that presentation, but I was interested in asking you, is kind of what, related to the theme, what brought you to thinking about presenting this topic?
Well, the conference is near and dear to my heart because I started it as a writer, and I remember going to the first conference, and I think it was Seattle, like 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago. And so I've always still appreciated online help, documentation, and anything that we can do to improve our users' experience. And the help system is part of that, and the documentation that goes out with that, making sure they can find the information that they need. They have the right tutorials and how to articles, and just everything readily available to help them with their jobs.
And what do you expect that the people that are attending the sessions, what types of things will they hopefully come away from that session with?
Sure. Well, hopefully, they will come away with, you don't have to have a full on UX usability team. This was just one or two people that we started this with. Have a easy way to, validate your help systems. You don't have to have a full lab with the two-way mirrors. Just have a passion and have a list of users that you can contact, and go from there.
All right, well, thanks for providing that preview and taking a few minutes to chat with me today, and I'll see you in Austin in a few weeks.
All right. Thank you. Looking forward to it.
Thanks, Tracy.
Bye.